All right. So, Ida, are you there? A few of my students wanted to speak in this class. Um, Jagriti, would you like to speak? Jila, Kaniz, Ida.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Hello.
I want to speak about a person who,
Yes.
here it's number 6, I think. Describe a person who likes to grow plants.
Who likes to
Grow plants.
grow plants? Okay.
Shall I start, ma'am?
Just give me 1 second for the recording. Quick time player. Yes. Yes. Now you can start.
Well, gardening is a very popular hobby in my country. The reason is that basically my country is an agriculture country, so I know many people who love to do gardening. However, here I would like to talk about my grandfather. He loves to do gardening. He started this hobby after his retirement. He retired from the Agriculture University of Faisalabad as a lecturer, and after his retirement, to spend his free time, he started gardening in his backyard because there was a lot of space to grow the plants. So he started to utilize that space. Initially, he started with flowers like roses and jasmines. Then he started to grow some fruit plants. For example, guava, mango, and oranges, which are very common in my region. But now he is also kitchen garden, and he grows all kind of seasonal vegetables there. He doesn't like to buy the vegetables from the market because he has a pretty good knowledge about the vegetables, and he's against the uses of these vegetables which are being sold in the market, because he knows that a lot of insecticides and pesticides are used to grow these plants, and instead of these, and he knows that these kind of chemicals are harmful for our health. He grows vegetables without these chemicals. Instead of these, he uses kitchen waste as compost, because these are the good usage of
All right.
these.
Very good. Kaniz, it was really, really well spoken. Prepare all the cue cards like this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And you just made it up, or actually your grandfather is fond of gardening?
No, ma'am. I made it. Yes.
Made it up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because I prepare my own compost. I don't have much open space. I only have flower pots, but around 150 of those. And I've got all plants, and I use my own compost, kitchen waste, make the anaerobic compost I make. And they all grow so well. Everybody asks me which fertilizer do you put in your pots? I said I prepare it at home only. That is it. So, anyways, and now you spoke really well. Okay, at places you were like were you slightly nervous, or I just
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is the main reason with me. Whenever I start speaking with in front of anybody, then I start to be nervous and I forget all the things.
No, but see, this nervousness is quite normal and natural, and even the examiners know that students tend to be nervous over there, and only one person is there in front of you, so don't be nervous. And mostly the examiners are really good. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
they make you feel very comfortable, and so you don't need to feel nervous at all. Okay, you
Yes.
really spoke well. Let me just repeat it once to see if there was any mistake. Well, gardening is a very popular hobby in my country. The reason is that basically my country is an agriculture country, so I know many people who love to do gardening.
However, here I would like to talk about my grandfather. He loves to do gardening. He started this hobby after his retirement. He retired from the Agriculture University of Hyderabad as a lecturer. And after his retirement, to spend his free time, he started gardening in his backyard because there was a lot of space to grow the plants. So he started to utilize that space. Initially, he started with flowers like roses and jasmine. Then he
It is, I think it is not jasmine, it is jasmine.
Jasmine.
Jasmine, okay?
wanted to grow some fruit plants, for example, guava, mango, and orange.
It is gavani, it's guava. Guava, okay?
Which are very common.
Hey, 1 second. Somebody is asking a question. Task 2 class is at what time? Who is asking that? All right. Task 2 class, na, Karan, task 2 class is at 9 p.m. only on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, I have this speaking class, and on Tuesday, I have the graph class for the academic students.
In my region, but now he is also kitchen garden, and he grows all kind of seasonal vegetables there. He doesn't like to buy the vegetables from the market because he has a pretty good knowledge about the vegetables, and he's against the uses of these vegetables which are being sold in the market, because he knows that a lot of insecticides and pesticides are used to grow these plants, and instead of these, and he knows that these kind of chemicals are harmful for our health. He grows vegetables without these chemicals. Instead of these, he uses kitchen waste as compost, because these are the good usage of
All right.
these.
Very good. All right. Really good. Well spoken. Not less than 7. I wish that whatever band score I give you here, you get more than that in the exam. And usually, many times I've seen that the band score, after reval, band score in the speaking and writing goes up by half a band, or sometimes it has gone up by even 1 band or 1.5 band also, in occasional cases. So examiners are a little strict here. So that is why, I don't, say, oh, you'll get 8.5 or 8 or anything. I really wish whatever I give you here, you get more than that in the exam. Okay. Yes. And now, let me see who else. Jagriti, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am, I will speak.
Yes. Okay. Which cue card you want to speak on?
Ma'am, I will speak on the cue card number 21 and
Okay.
describe an opinion. Someone asked.
Okay. Okay. You can start. Okay.
Okay. Usually, my family members ask my opinion in several family matters, and we always discuss our things with each other to get on the best conclusion, to get our best conclusion. And once I went to my brother's wedding, to my parents' house, and there I met with my cousin sister. She was really very upset. I found that she was upset with the thing that her parents wanted to arrange her marriage in like she does not wanted to do that at that time. So I asked her like what she wants. So she asked me that what she should do at that time, because she doesn't want to involve in that stuff, in she doesn't want to get married because she wanted to make her career and at that point of time. So I asked her like what is the real problem. So she said that her mother is insisting her to get married because the boy and the family is really very well, and the boy is well settled. So but she wanted to become a air hostess. So she wanted to make her career in that field. So I said that it is okay if the family members are really very good, so they will understand your problem and they will consider the case that you want to make your career first and you want to settle down. So she said yes, I will talk about it with my family members, with my mother. So she said to me and that she will talk to the family members of the boy also. And after that she did the same after the marriage, and she got their uh, permission like that. They were
All right.
agree that they will be.
It is more than 2 minutes already. Okay. Uh, it was Jagriti, right? Rajvinder?
Ma'am Jagriti.
Jagriti. You were speaking this cue card?
Yes, ma'am.
Jagriti, you have brought a lot of reported speech in your cue card. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Reported speech, at many places you've used it correctly also, but there have been many mistakes also in that. So try
Okay,
to
ma'am.
avoid it as far as possible. But let's see
Oh,
in this cue card, because your cousin is asking your advice, how you could have made it simpler and easier to speak on. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
Um, Usually my family members
What
ask my
exactly was your cue card? Describe a time when someone asked for your opinion. Opinion.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Is there a difference in advice and opinion? What has happened?
Yes, ma'am. There is a difference between advice and opinion. Opinion is considered to be given by R, and the advice is given by someone else.
No. That is not the difference. Okay, anyways, let's see. Advice is the law and opinion is what is your viewpoint on something. Okay, that is it. Advice is that you ask somebody that what you should do and they advise you that you should do this or that. Or opinion is that I feel this is right or wrong, right? That is opinion. Anyways.
in several family matters, and we always discuss our things with each other to get on the best conclusion, to get our best conclusion. And once I went to my brother's wedding, to my parents' house, and there I met with my cousin sister.
There I met with my cousin sister. इसमें ना एक तो काफी एक इंडियन इंग्लिश की मिस्टेक है. Cousin, after cousin, you don't use sister or brother word. That's wrong. Okay. You say he is my cousin, then you know cousin brother hai, and she is my cousin, that means cousin sister hai. Okay. So there I met my cousin. Then you will say she asked me. So automatically understood ho jayega, cousin sister hai. You don't use sister or brother word with cousin. Never.
Okay, ma'am.
But Indian English mein bola jata hai, but this is wrong basically grammatically. Okay. Second thing,
Okay.
I met my, not with. Okay. That will not
Okay.
come. Okay. I met my.
She was really very upset. I found that she was upset with the thing that her parents wanted to arrange her marriage in like she does not wanted to do that.
She did not want to do that. Her parents wanted to push her into marriage because they had found a very suitable boy. And she did not want to get into all that so soon. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Time. So I asked her like what she wants.
I asked her what she wanted. Okay? I asked her what she wanted.
Asked me that what she should do at that time, because she doesn't want to involve in that.
She asked me what she should do at that time because she didn't want to involve in. Okay? Doesn't nahi. Past ka bata rahe ho na? You're reporting the past time when you were at your cousin's wedding or something.
she doesn't want to get married because she wanted to make her career and at that point of time. So I asked her like what is the real problem. So she said that her mother is insisting her to get married because the boy and the family is really very well and the boy is well
Okay,
settled.
here again.
So but
The
she
boy
wanted to
and
be
the boy and the family is really very well. Now, what is the difference in well and good?
Actually, ma'am, I wanted to say well
Oh,
settled,
I
but
see. This is it's okay. But well, family is noun. Okay. What
yes,
word
ma'am.
will be used to describe a family is good, not well. Good is an
Okay,
adjective and well is an adverb. Okay.
okay,
The three forms of this are good, better, best, well, better, best. Okay. Or they
okay,
are
ma'am.
same. So good and well are they mean the same, but good is an adjective and well is an adverb. What I mean is I'll explain it even further. This is a very common mistake among the students. You know, when you just talk about any noun and talk about the good point of that, you'll say he is a good boy. The family is good. Okay. But when you have to use the word well, it has to be as an adverb. She dances well. Okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
that well is for the verb. Dances is a verb. Okay. So dances well, family is good. The boy is good. Okay. That is
Okay.
good and well.
and become a air hostess. So she wanted to make her career in that field. So I said that it is okay if the family members are really very good. So
I told her that it was okay if the family is good, she should go ahead and she should talk to them. And if they permit her to develop her career or even after marriage, then she should go ahead with the marriage because good families, if parents have seen that the family is good and the boy is good, then she should not go against her parents. Okay, but she can be frank in putting forward her wish also. Okay, like that you can say. अब tense
will
गलत कर रहे हो.
understand the problem and they will consider the case that you want to make your career first and you want to settle down. So she said, yes, I will talk about it with my
She said that she would talk to her parents about it. Will nahi. Okay.
family members, with my mother. So she said to me that she will talk to the family members of the boy also. And after that, she did the same after the marriage, and she got their permission like that.
So that it was more than 2 minutes already. I didn't stop you before. But Jagriti, you came to know the mistakes. So just try to reduce the reported speech as much as you can. Look into the tenses. When you are doing a reported speech, it will go back to that time. So it will be past tense. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. Ida is there. There's one student, Ida. She had to speak in the class. Ida, Anu.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes. Who is this? May I से नहीं पता चलता नाम बोलो.
Angela.
हाँ, Angela.
Angela here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I'm not that tech savvy कि मेरी एक नजर उस पे है कौन बोल रहा है may I
Yes, ma'am.
say or you know
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm very slow. हमारी जब हम छोटे थे इसको क्या कहते थे जिनको लेट कुछ समझ आता था या नहीं समझ आता था ट्यूबलाइट आजकल भी बोलते हैं बच्चे के नहीं ऐसी टर्मिनोलॉजी
लेकिन एक और बात भी तो है इसमें स्लो विन स्टडी विन द रेस
ऐसा नहीं है कुछ भी इट्स ओके इट्स
ये
ओके
पॉइंट मदर ने मुझे सिखाया ये
अच्छा ओके स्लो एंड स्टडी मतलब मेहनत करते जाओ अपनी अपनी चाल पे एंड अल्टीमेटली you'll be able to succeed that is it okay all right Angela which cue card
Ma'am, describe a person who belong to different culture.
all right just give me one second.
I think so that nowadays it is not difficult to make friends from different culture because of the advancement of technology. There is no there is no geographical boundaries. Just a second, ma'am.
Should I give somebody else to speak first then you can go ahead
Yes, ma'am, please.
okay Vipul which one do you have to speak today
Yeah, so I will describe a skill that was difficult for you to learn.
Okay.
Should I start, ma'am? Hello, should I start?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. So when I was young, my parents promised me to took me to the Goa, and Goa is a very good and beautiful state in India, and very famous for its spectacular beaches. And so I was very excited to go and see the Goa. But my parents also give a condition and bet for me to learn the swimming, because my fear I had a phobia with the water, and I just scared about it, and I never entered to any river or any pool. So that was the reason my parents wanted me to just got over from that phobia, and I just learned how to swim. So then my parents got my admission in a pool club, and asked me to, you have 1 month and you just learned it, and then we would go to Goa for our vacation. So I started, but I had a scary about the water, and I didn't enter into the water. Rather, I start skipping the classes, and I went for table tennis and all to with my friends. One day, my father joined, and just to inquired about my progress. So he found that I was still in the same position and didn't learn anything. So he was very angry, and he asked me about the seriousness, and then I got little serious and just started slowly, gradually. The few days it was very difficult, and the instructor learned
It's already
something.
2 minutes, Vipul. It's already 2 minutes. Okay. Uh, uh, so, you can condense it a bit so that you can tell that what was difficult for you. And you can straight away start with that swimming was very difficult for me because I had high fear of water. Okay. So that was the skill which I found very difficult at first, but later I learned. Then expand it. Okay.
Okay, so hello, should I? Okay. So when I was young, my parents promised me to took me to the Goa.
To के बाद first form of verb, to take me to Goa. Okay.
Goa is a very good and beautiful state in India, and very famous for its spectacular beaches. And so I was very excited to go and see the Goa. But
The Goa is wrong. There is no the before any country or place or city. Okay. It's only very few where there is a group of countries like the USA, the UK, the UAE, the Middle East. Very few in front before which the comes. It doesn't come before the Goa, the India, the Fagwara, the Punjab. It's all wrong. Okay.
It's also give a condition and bet for me to learn the swimming.
The swimming, nahi. The would be a definite article. Any special type of swimming, that would be wrong. So for me to learn swimming, okay?
Okay. My fear, I had a phobia with the water, and
Not phobia with water. I have a phobia. I had a phobia of water. Okay, for phobia of heights. Okay, hydrophobia. That is fear of
about
water.
it, and I never entered to any river or
Entered के बाद to नहीं आता. I never went into entered any river or anything. Okay.
pool. So that was the reason my parents wanted me to just got over from that phobia.
Get over was correct. Get over my phobia. Okay.
I just learned how to swim. So then my parents got my admission in a pool club, and and asked me, "Do you have 1 month and you just learned it?" And then
Reported speech le aaye na? To
yeah,
gadbad.
I have. Yeah.
That is wrong. My parents took me to a pool club, got me admission there, and told me that I had 1 month to learn. And if I did, then they would take me to Goa. Okay. You can be like crisp here. And then I started learning it. It was very difficult at first, but later on, my swimming instructor was very good. Okay. He made me get rid of the fear of water, and then I started enjoying it. So that is what you can say. Don't give into all the stories I went for TT and all, because already 2 minutes ho gaye the aapke. ठीक है? And then that story, or you can say I started skipping classes initially, but then my instructor was very good and he motivated me to get into the water. And then I realized I started enjoying it. Okay.
We would go to Goa for our vacation. So I started, but I had a scary about the water, and I didn't enter into the water. But I started skipping the classes.
I started skipping.
I went for table tennis and all with my friends. One day, my father joined and just to inquired about my progress. So he found that I was still in the same position and didn't learn anything. So
And
he was very angry.
And I hadn't learned anything. Okay. Didn't learn, hadn't learned anything.
About the seriousness, and then I got little serious and started slowly gradually. The few days it was very difficult, and the instructor
it's already so anyways, not a bad attempt, but you made mistakes wherever. I have noticed wherever students bring in the reported speech, most of the students bungle up in that and make mistakes. Okay, so as far as possible, try to avoid it as much as you can. Okay, Ida, I can see you are there. Injila, are you ready now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Ida, you will be speaking the next cue card. Which one would you like to speak on?
Are you
It's
asking
okay,
me?
ma'am. You can just drop out, ma'am. It's okay. I will try anyhow.
Okay. So you can speak on describe a time you were very busy. Okay. You can
Okay.
prepare in Jila is speaking right now. Okay.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Just a second. Yes. Can you start?
Yes, ma'am. So the cue card is describe a person you know who belongs to different culture.
Yes.
I think so that nowadays it is very common to make friends from different culture because of the advancement of technology. There is no boundaries whenever it comes about making friends. So as I'm very social and I like to make friends, I would like to talk about a friend whom I met on Telegram last year, and she is from South India. Her name is Ananya. Because as she lives in South India, so it was difficult for us to meet. But fortunately, I got a chance last month to meet her. And it was really good to meet her. She told me a lot of things about her culture and the way they live there. And everything was very new to me. Everything was very new to me. And first of all, she told me about the eating habits of South Indian people, as they have lots of varieties, especially in breakfast. For example, idli, sambar, and so many things, she told me. And I was very surprised to know that they have a tradition to serve food on leaves, and especially on formal events. And that really amazed me. She also told me that the rice is the regular diet of South Indian people, and the coconut is an essential ingredient which they usually use. So that was also a good new thing to me. And as I was not aware about all these things, she told me about the way they celebrate festivals and the language they speak there, and so many things. If I talk about her personally, so she is a very good girl, and she is so down to earth. And I really like the way she spoke to me. And her way of speaking was very polite.
All right,
And
Indira, it is 2 minutes. You've spoken well. Okay. There were occasional mistakes, but on the whole, it was very well spoken. The confidence, the pronunciation, the flow was very good. Okay.
okay,
So if the examiner considers all that, should go a 7, but there were mistakes which I'll be, just.
okay, ma'am.
So the cue card is describe a person you know who belongs to different culture.
Yes.
I think so that nowadays it is very common to make friends from different culture because of the advancement of technology. There is no boundaries whenever it comes
There is no boundaries or there are no boundaries.
Yes, there are.
about making friends. So as I'm very social and I like to make friends, I would like to talk about a friend whom I met on Telegram last year, and she is from South India. Her name is Ananya. And because as she lived in South India, so it was difficult for us to meet. But fortunately, I got a chance last month to meet her. And it was really good to meet her. She told me a lot of things about her culture and the way they live there. And everything was very new to me. Everything was very new to me. And first of all, she told me about the eating habits of South Indian people, as they have lots of varieties, especially in breakfast. For example, idli, sambar, and so many things, she told me. And I was very surprised to know that they have a tradition to serve food on leaves, and especially on formal events. And that really amazed me. She also told me that the rice is the regular diet of South Indian people.
Regular say better word as staple diet.
Stable.
Staple diet is what is eaten
Yes.
every day. Okay, that is
Every day. Okay,
wheat is
ma'am.
the staple diet of North Indian. Indian
Yes.
rice is the staple of South Indians and even Assam side. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
As is an essential ingredient which they usually use. So that was also a good new thing to me. And as I was not aware about all these things, she told me about the way they celebrate festivals and the language they speak there, and so many things. If I talk about her personally, so she is a very good girl, and she is so down to earth.
You could
I
even
really like
describe
the
her.
way she spoke to me.
You could describe
and,
her.
it was,
She's tall, not tall, but very beautiful. She has
Okay, ma'am.
curly hair. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
curly hair and all. So I was watching a South Indian movie directed by Dhanush. Dhanush hai na ek actor.
Yes, ma'am.
So the hero meets his childhood love and he says to her
Mhm.
that you don't have a single gray hair. She says she smiles because she's colored her hair. So he says salt and pepper is the trend nowadays. Okay. And then she says, but I see all salt on you. There is no pepper over there. उसके पूरे सफेद होते हैं बाल. So he says, I see all salt. There's no pepper over there. Salt and pepper is really the trend. I've seen young people go and get dyed in salt and pepper. That such so much of a trend. But you can describe your friend. She's got curly hair. She's got a dimple on her chin. She looks very beautiful. Okay, she's got a wheatish complexion, but it suits her a lot. Okay, and
Okay. Actually, I thought that I should have explained her personal traits, her
yes,
characteristics.
that also. And you can just 5-10 seconds, you can talk about her physical looks also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Describe a person. Just you can describe.
Yes.
That. Okay, good. All right, Ida, your turn.
Ma'am, I want to ask you one thing. That now it is, since I have been practicing, so it has become my habit to correct myself while speaking. If I make any mistake and I get, so I
That is-
correct. So
if
somebody
it
told
comes up
you.
spontaneously, it's okay. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Don't worry about anything in speaking. If you start worrying about things, you start fumbling and your fluency goes down. I tell my
Yes.
students who make mistakes also, don't worry about them. Just
Yes.
keep on speaking nicely.
Somebody told me you highlight your mistakes
No.
yourself.
Examiners are very trained. Even if you don't
Yeah.
highlight, they catch
Yes.
them. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you
Thank you.
correct, then they know that you spoke it wrong in haste or in nervousness, and you've corrected yourself. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
But
Okay.
don't even, if it passes, let it be. It doesn't matter. Okay. Don't
Yes,
give
ma'am.
it much thought, and just keep your fluency and your, easy language, speak easy language.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
yes, and focus on your fluency, pronunciation, and consistency. Consistency means the speed at which you start, that speed should continue till the end. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
It should not happen that you start with the speed of, about Shatabdi train,
Yes, ma'am.
and you end with the speed of a passenger train.
Okay.
Then that will be wrong. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Consistency is important. Okay. That is
Yes.
important.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ida, your turn.
Hi, ma'am. My QCAT topic is describe a time you were really busy.
Yes.
Yeah, let's start, ma'am. Uh, I have a busy schedule of work life, and many times I have gone through a hectic work schedule. So most of the time, I am really busy either at my home or at my home workplace. However, I remember a day that I was really busy and I got exhausted. It was just 2 months ago. I celebrated my son's birthday. It was his first birthday, and I really waited for that day from his birth. So I was really in a excitement to celebrate that birthday, and I even invited my all my family members and friends 2 weeks before. So I just waited for the day, but unfortunately, that day, even I requested for a day off on that day, but I didn't get that day off. Unfortunately, I got duty on that day, and I got so disappointed to go for duty, and I worried how I would arrange everything after coming after duty. So anyhow, I completed my duty and I reached home, and in a hurry I cooked everything with the different types of cuisines and along with the desserts, and it was just a few hours before 3 or 4 hours before the time when I was going to conduct the celebration. So I was in a hurry and I immediately prepared. I even didn't taste how I cooked the food and how is it delicious or not. Anyhow, I finished my arrangement everything at home and cooking everything, and the party started. I served the food. All my friends and family had ate the food, and after once they finished, they all appreciated me with that I could serve a delicious food in front of them. And at that time I really felt so happy, even though it was a day of tiring.
Okay,
So
Ida.
and I felt, yeah, yes, ma'am.
It's okay. 2 minutes are over. Okay. You
Okay,
spoke
ma'am.
very well. Okay, you spoke very well. There were occasional mistakes.
Okay, ma'am.
All you need is practice sessions with someone. That can be anyone. The person
Okay, ma'am.
may, I mean,
Okay.
or you can do those with yourself also. Do all the cue cards, speak them in front of the mirror, and
Okay,
for
ma'am.
time yourself 2 minutes. That will be enough practice for you. Okay. But if
Okay,
you
ma'am.
want, you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
get practice sessions with a good teacher. Like a few practice sessions would be
Okay,
good.
ma'am.
Okay. I'll just give you the
Okay,
feedback
ma'am.
of this.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
I have a busy schedule of work life, and many times I have gone through a hectic work schedule. So most of the time, I am really busy either at my home or at my workplace. However, I remember a day that I was really busy and I got exhausted. It was just 2 months ago. I celebrated my son's birthday. It was his first birthday, and I really waited for that day from his
I had really waited for that day. Okay. Because that
Okay, ma'am.
you had
Yeah.
waited for that day. You had really waited. Okay.
birth.
Okay.
So I was really in excitement to celebrate that birthday, and I even invited all my family members and friends 2 weeks before. So I just waited for the day, but unfortunately, that day, even I requested for a day off on that day, but I didn't get that day off. Unfortunately, I got duty on that day, and I got so disappointed to go for duty, and I worried how I will arrange everything, how I would arrange everything.
I was worried how I would arrange everything. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
After duty. So anyhow, I completed my duty and I reached home, and in a hurry, I cooked everything. Everything with the different types of cuisines and along with the desserts. And it was just a few hours before, 3 or 4 hours before the time when I was going to conduct the celebration. So I was in a hurry and I immediately prepared. I even didn't see how it is the food and how is it delicious or not.
And how I didn't even taste my own cooked food. I didn't know whether it was good or not. Okay, like that. Just use small sentence.
Okay.
I finished my arrangement, everything at home and cooking everything, and the party started. I served the food. All my friends and family had ate the food, and after once we
Yeah, pe mistake. All my friends and family enjoyed, seemed to enjoy. So when you
Instant.
cook something, you look at people's faces, na? So you
Yeah.
you look at the expressions. Okay, so they seemed to enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay? They
It's
seemed to
instant.
enjoy.
Yeah, ma'am.
You can say. Okay.
they all appreciated me with it, that I could serve a delicious food in front of them, and I really
It's
felt so
2 minutes.
happy.
Good. Okay. So you are good.
Okay, ma'am.
You'll be able to do well. Next, Kaneez, your turn. Rajvinder, you were there. Neha, would you like to speak? Neha,
Yes. Can I?
yes. Who said that? Can I?
Ma'am, Zaida.
मैम
Zaida.
आई एम नेहा
Yeah, Neha, Zaida, दोनों ने बोलना है एक एक करके. Okay. Who is speaking first? Zaida, which one?
Describe something that surprised you and made you happy. 6 1.
Describe
Something that
something. Okay, describe. Okay, okay. Start.
uh, there are lots of surprise in my life, but today I share my last year birthday celebration. I have been surprised many times, but that incident I remember very vividly. It was my 13th birthday. My sister-in-law planned a birthday with my brother. I had no idea about it. Normally, uh, we take we take dinner, and after that we go in a we go uh, uh sorry after that we go in our bedroom. So after that they all are sleeping. I was so surprised. I was surprised. All I thought my family members don't know about my birthday. So at the timing of 12 o'clock, my brother came to in my room, and uh, uh, he uh, he I go with him and with him in his in his room, and I was very surprised. There are lots of decoration everywhere in his room, and there was a big cake which I was planned to cut that cake on my daughter's birthday, but due to coronavirus, I can't celebrate my daughter's first birthday. So I was I was in a seventh heaven when my brother and my sister-in-law both gave me this surprise.
All right, it is 2 minutes. Zaida, there were quite a few mistakes. When is your exam date? Have you filled it?
Yes, ma'am.
When is it? Exam date. Have you filled your IELTS test date?
Yes, ma'am.
When is your exam? आपका एग्जाम कब है बेटे समझ Zaida? What happened?
Ma'am, there is some disturbance.
Okay. When is your exam?
Yeah.
You need some practice, okay? You'll be fine. You must do some practice, okay? I'll just repeat it and tell you your mistakes.
Yes, ma'am.
You were nervous speaking, right? I could sense it. Were you nervous?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
My life, but today I share my last day birthday celebration. I have been surprised many times, but
Don't give so much of introductory lines. You know, they're all going wrong. Okay? Just start with whatever cue card you get. Just start straight away with that. What is your cue card exactly? What is the topic? Describe a time when you were surprised, right?
Describe something that surprised you and made you
Describe
happy.
something.
What it was. Yeah.
Describe something that surprised you. So you can say I've been surprised many times in my life, but here I would like to talk about a surprise birthday party which my brother and my sister-in-law arranged for me and which really made me very happy. Okay? Like that. You can, first line should be that. Okay? I remember last year it was my birthday. Small sentences. Don't make big sentences. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I remember very vividly. It was my 13th birthday.
It was your 13th birthday?
30, ma'am.
30th birthday, na? 13 lag raha hai. Say it was my 30th birthday. Okay?
No, ma'am, 30th, no, 30.
But
क्या?
30.
30 birthday. 30 कौन सा?
Yeah.
तो 30th birthday हो गया ना?
नहीं,
30 birthday का क्या मतलब है? अब 30 years के हुए थे ना?
हाँ, 30 years के.
तो 30th birthday हो गया. ओके? अगर 25 की है तो 25th birthday. 16 की हो तो 16th birthday. 30 birthday नहीं होता. Okay? It was your 30th birthday, right?
with my brother, I had no idea about it. So normally we take we go we go.
So normally we take dinner and then we go to bed. Okay, that small sentences. That is what you mean to say here, na? Normally we take dinner. After dinner we go to bed.
Sorry. After that we go in our bedroom. So after that then our last sitting, I was so surprised. I was surprised.
But then you can say, but that day, nobody went to their bedroom. Okay, they kept sitting in the lobby. That surprised me. Okay, but then I went to my bedroom and I thought my parents had forgotten about my birthday. Totally forgotten about my birthday. I was very sad. Okay, but then at 12, when the clock struck 12, my brother came to my room and took me outside, and then I saw there was a huge celebration over there. There was so much decoration and a big cake was waiting. Like, make small sentences like that. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
I thought my family members don't know about my birthday.
I thought my family members had forgotten my birthday. Don't know, ne? They had forgotten. Okay?
At the timing of 12 o'clock, my brother
came to in my room. Garbad ho rahi hai na? So when the clock struck 12, my brother came to my room and took me out. And he closed my eyes and took me out. And he put his hands over my eyes and took me out. And then, you know, when I opened my eyes, I could see there were so many, you know, there was a surprise and everybody clapped and wished me happy birthday. Like that, you can say. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I go with him and
I went with him.
Okay, ma'am.
यहाँ से आपकी काफी गलतियां आई हैं. आप ना छोटे सेंटेंस बनाना, ठीक है? Small sentences will be good for you, right?
Okay.
So Neha, your turn.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm going to talk about describe someone you really like to spend time with.
Okay, you can start.
May I start?
Yes, yes.
I'm an introvert person and I do not talk too much with anyone. But here I want to tell about a person with whom I really like to spend my time. His name is Gaurav and he's my cousin. He's very tall and very fair, and we know each other since our childhood as he's my cousin. We have completed our degree courses together and now we are working together. The specialty about him is he's very polite and very kind hearted, and more than cousins we are more friends. We share each other's thoughts, and whenever we get time we go to different kinds of restaurants and try different cuisines and different dishes. And whenever I feel upset, I go to him or I make a call to him, and he has a very good sense of humor. So whenever he cracks any joke, I feel very happy that I forget all my tension, and I feel very relaxed and tension free. And I really like to spend my time with him whenever I am free or on weekends. He comes to my home and we both go to some hill stations or some restaurants, and there we have a very nice lunch or dinner. And in this way we spend our time together and we share each other's thoughts. Whenever we need to take some important decision in our lives, we meet together and we ask each other and then we take the decision. I like to spend time with him because more than my parents, I have more faith and I rely more on him. And I believe that whatever is in my heart, he understands very well. He knows me more than my parents, and that's why I like to spend my time with him. And I would
Very good.
always like to spend
Neha,
time with him.
2 minutes. Neha,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
spoke very well today. Very well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. This should go 7.5. Occasional places, minor problems were there, but on the whole, you spoke very, very well. Okay. It was really good. I'll just quickly
Thank you.
play it back.
May I start?
Yes, yes.
I'm an introvert person and I do not
You
talk.
know, what is an introvert? What is the meaning of introvert?
Ma'am, they don't speak much with others. They
Introvert. See, the
remain
meaning of
alone.
look, the meaning of introvert is a person who doesn't intermingle with others, who likes his own company. Introvert, right? A person. So when you
Oh,
say I'm an introvert person, then you say you are saying I'm a shy person. That would be wrong. So the correct thing is I am an introvert. I usually don't mix with others, not person.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, got it?
With anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Here I want to tell about a person with whom I really like to spend my time. His name is Gaurav and he's my cousin. He's very tall and very fair, and we know each other since our childhood.
We have known each other since our childhood. उसके बाद कोई गलतियां नहीं थी, ये शुरू में एक दो गलतियां आई हैं, बट फिर भी 7 से कम का नहीं बोला आपने, डिस्पाइट दीज मिस्टेक्स. ओके, वेरी वेल स्पोकन. तो सिंस आएगा तो हैव आएगा सेंटेंस में. गॉट इट? एंड आई एम एन इंट्रोवर्ट. ओके, आई एम ये और भी गलती करते हैं. आई एम ए शॉपaholic person. What is a shopaholic? A person who loves to do shopping. So you don't say I'm a shopaholic person. You say I'm a shopaholic. I'm a workaholic. Okay. I am an introvert. I am an optimist. I am a pessimist. Okay. You don't use a person with these words because person word is there in the meaning. Okay. So I think many students have taken a chance to speak today, and did you learn anything in today's cue cards sessions? Even those who don't speak are learning a lot, because it is not, one of my students got a 7 in the, after this I started teaching online. Last year, she messaged me, ma'am, I got a 7. And she says, ma'am, I'm an introvert. I never used to speak in your class. I attended each and every class. I am usually very shy. but I nicely heard I heard very nicely and intently what others would speak and what mistakes you would tell them. I would practice myself, and I made it a point not to repeat those mistakes in the exams. And she got a 7 overall and 7 in speaking, and that was very good. She that was her actual feedback. So those who are not speaking here are also learning a lot. Am I right? Any one or two of you can tell me. Were there some mistakes corrected which you also would make? Did most of you must not be knowing that cousin ke sath sister ya brother nahi lagta? Cousin, brother, cousin, sister. Okay, that you all learned today. Okay, he is my cousin, she is my cousin, I went with my cousin. You don't say brother or sister. Okay, and what else? Anything else did you learned today which you didn't know? Maybe one or two more things. Shopaholic.
Yes, ma'am.
Workaholic.
Yes.
Yes.
This is common mistake, ma'am.
Common.
Introvert person.
Huh?
Introvert person.
Introvert.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm an introvert. So this many students must be making this mistake. So you learn that. And then you also learned well and good. Well is an adverb, good is an adjective. Okay. Did you learn this? Or did you know this beforehand? Many of you must be knowing all these things, but many of you must be learning also these things from this class. And every day we learn. Today, one of the students wished me Happy Teachers' Day. Okay. So I told her it's not Teachers' Day today. It was on 5th September. Okay. And then she showed me it is World Teachers' Day today. Okay. She showed me that when this is 5th October, World Teachers' Day. That is why she wished me. So I wasn't aware of that. So I learned that there is a World Teachers' Day also. I didn't know that. Okay. And then I said I stand corrected. I honestly didn't know. I learned it from you today. And that is it. So we every day we learn things like that from each other. Jatin, you didn't get a chance today because many students had told me they wanted to speak in the class today. So I had to give them chance. But next time perhaps. Okay. All right. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. for tomorrow's reading class, and then 9 p.m. for the essay discussion class. All
Ma'am,
right.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, can we ask a question can we ask examiner to repeat the question if we don't heard?
Yes. Yes. See, there are two ways. One is if you didn't, by chance, you couldn't hear what the examiner say, then you'll say, sir, pardon, please. That is, pardon means repeat the question. And if you
Okay.
couldn't understand what the examiner asked you, then you should say, sir or madam, okay? Kindly paraphrase the question. I could not understand it. Kindly paraphrase it for me so that I can answer it to the best, to satisfy it, to the best of my ability. Okay?
Okay.
Kindly paraphrase the question. Paraphrase means the examiner will ask the same question, but use different words to explain it to you. Okay?
Okay.
It's quite okay to ask. Okay?
Okay.
But once or
Okay.
twice, don't ask too many times. Okay?
Okay.
So it was Kajal. Kajal is saying that on 8th there is my exam of speaking. Can you allow me to speak? Okay. Kajal, go ahead. You can speak a cue card. So I'm extending the class for 5 minutes. Kajal, are you there or have you left the class already?
Hello, hi ma'am. Yeah, I'm there, ma'am.
All
I'm
right.
here.
Okay. Which cue card would you like to speak on?
Ma'am, not able to see the screen of cue cards in my
I'm not
phone.
showing it.
Like,
You can speak on any.
actually, ma'am, I am not having all the topics of.
So, okay, describe your childhood friend. Okay. And the 5 W's. Who, when did you meet? And, since when do you know him? And so how are you in touch with each other? All the W's. Describe your childhood friend. You can speak on this. All right.
All right. Yeah. So, luckily, I'm having my childhood friends at the present time of my life as well. And like I am in my professional stage, they are also in their professional stage. One I would love to talk about the nature I found similar as like of mine. Like she is an engineer, software engineer. Initially, she was working in the opera. I know her like since I was in my fourth standard. We studied together, and even around 3 years in the continuation, during the time of seventh standard, like seventh to 10th, we were on the same bench, on the same row. And even during the boards, I was having the CBSE board. So even during the time of boards, we studied together, and that was the time we got to know each and every hobby of ours, which one is similar and which one is different, what kind of person actually she is. Like that there was a stage when we were both growing in the same kind of environment. So after that, the college is gone, like the school got completed, like we studied, then we have chosen the different streams. And so that time we were not in the studious part of our life, we were, but not the branches were same. So we had a kind of leftover somewhere, but there was a friendship we shared through the digital methods, as we were not in the same city. There was time. So then suddenly she invited me. There was a communication gap as
All
well.
right. That it is 2 minutes. Kajal, you need
Okay,
not
I
worry. You're
got
speaking quite
topic.
well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You speak quite well. You are prepared for your exam as it is. I gave you just you should prepare all these topics. You don't have this book.
Mhm. No, ma'am, I
You are
don't
just
have.
having it now, this is there. Anyways, but you must prepare all these cue cards well. If you do them, you will be good. Okay. And because it was very suddenly asked, I think you made occasional mistakes here and there. I'll just play it back. And yes, Ida, you asked me to rate your cue card. Definitely, it was definitely between 6.5 and 7. It can go as 7 if the examiner is fair. There were very occasional mistakes. I think now it was very well spoken on the whole. Okay. And now I'll play it.
I'm having my childhood friends at the present time of my life as well. Like I am in my professional stage, they are also in their professional stage. When I would love to talk about the nature, I found
You didn't take her name. You can say here, I would like to talk. I have many childhood friends, and they are
Mhm.
still my friends. I am speaking so simple, and this is going to fetch better band because it is,
Mhm.
it comes so naturally, And here I would
Yes.
like to talk about what's the name of your friend? Here I would like to talk about
Mani Gupta.
Ami Gupta. She is, she is my best friend. Okay, I have many friends, but she's my best friend. Okay,
Okay, okay.
and
Hmm.
even today we share all our, highs and lows with each other. And she understands me more than me at times, more than myself at times. And
Mhm.
I understand her. So we share whenever we are in a difficult situation, we share with each other and we try to figure it out that how we can come out of that situation. Okay, together. So I can share my heart secrets
Mhm.
with her, and I know she will not let me out. She's tall and like you can explain, she's my age, and then she's tall and beautiful, or she's not very tall, but
Mhm.
like that you can say. But
Mhm. Actually,
mm, yes,
the thing was there, like I couldn't wrote down the questions you told me, like on what are the, like which
yes,
part
I,
should I
I
highlight. I wasn't having the points.
yes. So it's okay. You spoke very well on the whole. Okay. Since I have known her since my childhood, since sixth class or fifth class, you can say we studied together. You didn't use have word there. Alice.
as like of mine,
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
like she's an engineer, software
As
engineer.
like of mine, wo galat hai na?
As,
We have similar likes and dislikes. You can say that. ओके नेचर तो
Mhm.
को ऐसे नहीं बताने की जरूरत है शी इज वेरी काइंड हार्टेड वी हैव सिमिलर लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स दैट इज व्हाई वी आर बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स ओके
of mine, like she's an engineer, software engineer. Initially, she was working in the opera. I know her like since I was in my fourth.
आई हैव नोन हर हैव आएगा ना सिंस के साथ since we were in 4th. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Since we were in 4th. बाकी ठीक था. Not bad. 8th को है, and all the best. You must share your questions with us. Okay?
Yeah, sure, ma'am, sure.
And LRW कब है आपका? Listening.
मैम वो 13th को है मैम.
13th को. Okay, okay. ठीक है. 8th को किस का पेपर है? LRW भी है बच्चों का 8th को. है ना? नहीं है. All right. चलो एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस शेयर करा करो अपने. Okay, we really like to know what you got in the exam and how you fared over there. All right, now it's late. Okay, bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.